Hi, confirmation students. We are so excited to begin our new year in a few weeks. Before formation begins, I just wanted to take a little bit of time to talk to you about two parts of the confirmation ceremony that I would like you all to begin to think about and research. The first is your confirmation name. As part of the confirmation ceremony, you'll have a chance to take on a new confirmation name, which is the name of a saint. So if your first or middle name are a saint's name, you can choose to keep that as your confirmation name. So for me, I'm Matthew Thomas, so I could have chosen St. Matthew or St. Thomas as my confirmation saint. But I chose to take on another saint's name. I chose St. Stephen as my confirmation name. Now you may be thinking, how do I even go about picking a confirmation saint? Great question. I'm glad you asked. In the email that I just sent to your parents, there's an article included in there all about choosing a confirmation saint that I would like you to read through. And then there's a link to an article from Life Teen that has a ton of different confirmation saints that you can choose from and how to go about choosing saints. Another thing that you can do is you can look up patron saints of things you're interested in, or saints' lives who were super interesting. So you can research, who the patron saint of athletes is, if you're an athlete, and that's Saint Sebastian, or the patron saint of music, Saint Cecilia. Patron saint of animals, if you're a pet lover, is Saint Francis. There's a patron saint for literally everything. So you can Google patron saint of or whoever, and see what comes out. But I encourage you to do some research. Read about some saints. Some saints have led some really awesome lives and have done some really amazing things. And that confirmation saint is someone that will be with you, that can pray for you and intercede for you. If you remember back to last fall, we talked about the communion of saints. This confirmation saint adds to your communion of saints, those saints that are out there watching over you, helping to guide you and interceding for you. What we hope doesn't happen when you're choosing a confirmation saint, though, is just picking a name randomly, or picking a name that sounds really cool with my name, or sounds really pretty with my name. Basically don't do what I did when I was picking my saint. My dad's name and grandfather's name were both Thomas Stephen Bensman, and I originally was going to be Thomas Stephen Bensman III. So when I was in trouble or I would do something foolish, my mom would often yell at me and say, "Matthew Thomas Stephen Bensman III, get over here." So I'm like, all right, she's already calling me that, I might as well choose that as my confirmation name and make it official. So I chose St. Stephen as my confirmation name, Stephen coming from Stephen. No religious affiliation whatsoever, no thought went into it that way. Now God has greater plans than we do and has a funny sense of humor. St. Stephen was the first saint, or not the first saint, was the first deacon of the church and the first martyr. And now that I am studying to become a deacon and am a year away, God willing, of being ordained a deacon, I think God is up there, laughing at me for thinking I'm just going to choose Stephen because of this foolish reason, when he had, greater plans in store for me. And so I talk to St. Stephen often now as I'm discerning becoming a deacon, and anticipating that coming up next fall. So spend a little bit of time researching saints, praying about it, reading about saints' lives, and then figuring out who you would like as your confirmation saint. And then the next part about the ceremony that you'll need is a confirmation sponsor. A sponsor is someone who is going to walk with you and be with you on your journey throughout your life. At the ceremony, they will stand right here and they'll put their hand on your back or hand on your shoulder, physically symbolizing like, I got you, I've got your back, I'm here to help you. So when you're thinking about a confirmation sponsor, you want to think about someone who you want there walking with you, who you trust, who you look up to, who's that model that you can kind of look towards for your faith. There's a couple requirements of a sponsor that the church puts on. First, your sponsor should be a practicing Catholic. So you know they're that person that's going to walk alongside with you on your faith journey. So their faith should be important to them. Second, they need to be confirmed themselves already. Third, they need to be at least 16 years of age or older. And then fourth, they cannot be your parent. Your parent has done their job raising you in the faith. They brought you to the baptismal font and initiated you into the church. So this sponsor is someone to help them and to help you along that journey. So your parents have done their role and are continuing to do their role, and so the sponsor is there to help you to walk with you on that journey. We'll talk more about this at our first class on September 22nd, but confirmation is only 2 months away, October 26th and 27th. So I wanted to make this video, I'm just checking the dates. Yep, October 26th and 27th. So I just wanted to make this video so that you could start thinking about those saints and sponsors so that on that class on the 22nd, we can start writing those down and jotting those down. If you do know already or know before the 22nd who you want to be your sponsor and what you want to be your confirmation name, I did include a link to a Google Doc at the bottom of the email, and you can fill out that information. All we need is your confirmation name, your sponsor's name, and then just a couple sentences about why you chose that person to be your sponsor and why you chose that saint. If you have any questions, please reach out, shoot me an email, and I'll be happy to respond. We can talk on the 22nd, but just know that I am praying for all of you as we approach our confirmation date, and as you guys begin a new school year this week. You're in my prayers, and I can't wait to see all of you on the 22nd at our first class. God bless.